Okay, if you're thinking about traveling different places all over the world, what you need to do is you need to find out places that have not had a lot of these atomic tests for hydrogen and atomic bombs. Most people don't realize this, but just in the United States, many of these tests were done in Nevada. But I'm going to be telling you something about the number of tests that were actually taken and and the countries where that actually participated in this. But you need to be careful because you might be picking a country that still has a lot of fallout from this radioactive testing of these bombs. Now, in 1963, the Limited Test Ban Treaty led to a huge reduction in atmospheric explosions. The United States has conducted just over half of all nuclear tests, with 1,030 tests between 1945 and 1992. Now, the Soviet Union carried out the second highest number of nuclear tests at 715 tests between 1949 and 1990. Now, I want to go over some things with you as far as the countries and the number of tests that they've done. And I'm going to be doing actually a few videos on where these tests were actually taking place, because they might be right in your backyard and not even know it. And you could be drinking water that's got literally radioactivity in it. Now, the U.S. did the test as far as number of the tests as far as the country goes. The U.S. did 1,032 tests. USSR did 727 tests. UK did 88, and then France did 217. There are also other countries involved with this, but these were the biggest. I mean, you got quite a few countries now that have nuclear bombs now, but you really have to be careful with this, because you have no idea. Some of these places that you think are real remote, you'd be protected. Like, for instance, Marshall Islands, they've had quite a few tests there. In fact, they had children literally eating this radioactivity that was falling from the sky. It's flakes and stuff right after these bombs took place, and they had no idea they were eating radioactive material. But the percentage of tests that were done worldwide is led by the United States with 48.7 of these. The USSR, which is Russia, did 34.4%. UK did 4.15%, and France did 10.2%. There were other countries involved too, but these are the ones that predominantly were the ones that were responsible for most of this radioactivity that's going around here. Now, this Tsar, it's spelled T-S-A-R, bomb. This is the mother of all bombs. This is it's a Soviet thermonuclear bomb that was detonated in a test over Novaya Zemlya Island, which is in the Arctic Ocean. This took place in October the 30th, 1961. The largest nuclear weapon ever set off, it was this bomb here, and it produced the most powerful human-made explosion it's ever been recorded. I mean, this is these countries have just polluted the air and the water just tremendously with these nuclear bombs. And most people don't realize that this has gone on for years and years and years. But scientists have recently revealed that Australia and New Zealand are best places to survive a nuclear apocalypse and help reboot collapse in human civilization. The study, published in the Journal of Risk Analysis, said that these countries include not just Australia and New Zealand, but also Iceland and the Solomon Islands and Vanuatu. I disagree with them on this somewhat, because Iceland is up there near where these big tests were done with Russia, and there's still a lot of radioactivity on that. I'm going to be doing some, like I said, some videos on that. And there's some places in Europe, that's the northern part of Europe, that's been hit by this. But the Tsar bomb is the single most physically powerful device that's ever been deployed on Earth. It's the most powerful nuclear bomb tested and the largest human-made explosion in history. For comparison, the largest weapon ever produced by the U.S., the now decommissioned B-41, had a predicted maximum yield of 25 megatons. But this Tsar Bomba, it's called the Tsar Tsar-Bomba. It's the biggest of all the ones that have ever been made before. And Russia's got this bomb now. Anyway, folks, if you're wanting to travel and make sure that you're not close to these places, because they do exist all over the world and the radiation is still bad in a lot of these places. You have to be careful when you're drinking water. And now there's places in where they did this Tsar bomb test where the radioactivity now is actually seeping out into the ocean. And this is in the northern part. Actually, it's in the Arctic Ocean, but part of this is seeping over in the northern part of the European countries. It's a real mess. And now, with this World War III, looks like it's almost on its way. The last bomb that was tested, that was a nuclear type bomb, was in 2017 by North Korea. But anyway, you need to be careful when you're traveling and you're settling in a place for a long period of time that you don't get close to these places where these nuclear bomb tests took place, because some of these places you would think would be real safe, like Marshall Islands is one of them. Tons of these tests were done there. And I see here where they were talking about Australia being safe. Some of these bombs were tested in Australia. So anyway, you have to be careful, when you travel and where you settle down. Anyway, if you want to know more on this, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com. If you want to legally get your income taxes to zero, how to get a second passport as quick as 4 to 8 months. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen right here, and you get new videos automatically as they come out. And I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.